So we're getting towards the end of May, and if you joined me and you're turning your lawn into a wildflower meadow, you stopped cutting your grass at the end of March, and you might be cutting a path through your meadow so you can walk through and enjoy it. That's great, you're doing everything right. So let me give you a little update on our meadow. I'll show you what's flowering, what's looking good. And at the end of this video, I'm going to give you one more little job so you can ensure your lawn continues to develop into a really good meadow. Enjoy! Before I go any further, let me just remind you that if your meadow doesn't look anything like ours does, don't worry, it's not supposed to right now. We began converting our meadow over 3 years ago, and it gets better and better each year. In our first year, we mostly had daisies and dandelions, so yeah, if you only have grass at the moment, it's all good. Right, let's start with this big patch of mauve flowers. They're field scabious, Nautia arbensis. The patch started with one plant which just appeared on its own. Each year, in late summer, the seeds drop to the ground and the patch gets bigger. Butterflies and bumblebees love feeding on the nectar from the flowers, and the leaves are enjoyed by a range of caterpillars, including those of the very cool, narrow-bordered bee hawk moth. Growing in amongst the field scabious is a single salad burnet plant, Sanguisorba minor. This year is the first time I've seen one in our meadow. Perhaps the seed blew here on the wind. Hopefully it will spread like the field scabious did. Closer to the ground, we've got a few of these fox and cubs, Pilosella or Antiocha. It gets its name from the flower arrangement, having one big red flower on top, the fox, and the smaller flowers appearing below, the cubs. This one is rosy garlic, Allium roseum. Like other garlic, it is edible, but we just let it grow in our meadow for wildlife to enjoy its nectar and pollen. This looks like lesser trefoil to me, Trifolium dubium. It creeps along beneath the grasses, and insects love feeding from the flowers. Some of our native caterpillars also enjoy feeding on its leaves. This is the ribwort plantain, and it's often considered a weed, even in meadows, but it's a really cool plant. The toxins in its leaves make it inedible to lots of herbivores, but the larva of the buckeye butterfly, which is native to America, feeds on the leaves and uses these toxins to make it unpalatable to their predators. How cool is that? Here in the UK, birds like goldfinches enjoy feeding on the seeds, and even though they're wind pollinated, bees visit them to get pollen as a protein source and small amounts of nectar if they can't find it elsewhere. This is the cat's ear Hypercharis radicata, and it flowers for a really long time over summer. The insects love it. And this little blue flower is forget-me-not. It grows mostly on the edge of the meadow. Oh, and this has stopped flowering now, but back in April we had this cowslip flowering. It appeared a couple of years ago, but was nowhere to be found last year. It's one of my favourite flowers, so seeing it this year was amazing. And of course, the backdrop for all of these wildflowers is a plethora of different grass species, each beneficial to wildlife in its own way. Anyway, I said I had a job for you. We want diversity in our meadow, but there are a few things that are less desirable, and we should try to remove them if possible. These are the leaves of hogweed. It can take over, so I use a trowel to remove it when I see it. Try to get as much root out as possible. At this time of year, the grass won't spring back up if we step on it, so avoid standing on the meadow if you can. Stick to the paths or the meadow edge. It's difficult to get the whole root out, but just try your best. Do the same if you see stinging nettles or docks. These curly leaves belong to ragwort. Again, this can take over if we're not careful, but it's quite attractive and it's the only host of the cinnabar moth. So I like to leave a few. Each year I try to leave about 3 in our small meadow, but the rest I dig out. Alright, that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed seeing our meadow and it gets you excited for the journey which your lawn could take over the next few years. I'll be back with another update very soon.